everyone, Yellow here. Welcome to another video. Welcome to Path to Decency episode 16. I'm not yellow, I'm orange, but I'm wearing my nice yellow shirt today, so I thought I'd be funny. Okay, so it looks like we have quite a few summons to do at the end of the video, best for last. We have 2 light and dark scrolls and then 10 mysticals, and for anyone wondering, how do I get all these scrolls? Well, it's just from playing the game. I don't buy premiums, and I've only spent $35, so somehow I got enough pieces from the magic shop, I think, and then the actual light and dark scroll was from the monthly calendar, because it's the 28th, and I think we got it on the 24th. And then the mysticals, 3 of them were from the dice event, and then the rest were from like magic shop and giants and dragons. I think mainly just dragons because that's what I've been farming a lot. So I just try to farm a lot of runes because runes are very important. You guys know that for anyone who watches my Path to Decency series. Okay, so I have a lot of stuff to go over. I tried to write down everything, so I'll just go over it in order and then we'll summon. So at the beginning of the week, we had a Hall of Heroes for the anniversary event, and we got to choose which one we wanted. So the choices were between like 4 different monsters. It should be on here if I can find it. We just need to find it here. Okay. I hate how they do this to you. They bring me to the website. Okay, well, I guess it's not there anymore. So, oh wait, okay. You could choose between like 4 monsters or something. It was like Acasis, Dark Phantom Thief, whatever his name is, Arya, what else was there? Water Vampire, and then something else. I chose Arya. She is probably the best choice for most players, like pretty much every single player, besides very late game players who were like doing specific stuff and who maybe already have her because they farmed her before. So I think she was the best choice for me. So I chose her. I did B2. My clears were 3 minutes long, I think, like 3 minutes and 15 seconds. I posted a picture on Twitter. So for those of you who don't know, I have a Twitter and I post a lot of updates. You don't have to follow me, but if you're just wondering, what's she up to? You can check my Twitter. So I posted a picture, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. B3 was about the same time, like it was double B2, because for B2, the average drop rate's like 1.5 pieces, and then for B3, the average drop rate's 3 pieces. So I did B2 because it was half the time and more successful. So I did B2 and managed to farm, I think it was 10 Aryas. It was close to 11. I was a little bit disappointed with how many I farmed. I thought I could have done more, but one of the days I ended up sleeping like 14 hours or something, so it was kind of not the best, but I'll take it. I was kind of chill about it. And my team, I'll show you guys a picture. It was Verdihile, Vero, Bella, Galleon, Lagmaron, and I tried to get my Verd ready in time, so I managed to do that, and then I got pretty fast clears. Also, I have been devilmoning my Galleon, and I got like amazing rolls on it. Just kidding. Most of them went into his first and second, and then the third one point finally went into it a couple days ago. So I've been devilmoning him, and I actually don't think I'm going to build my Chasoon anytime soon because every week I try to figure out what's most natural progression-wise and what'll be the most important for me to do each week. And I don't think building Chasoon is going to help me very much. I think it's going to be more important for me to work on my TOA hard monsters because I'm very close to completing TOA hard level 70. And I think if I built Chasoon and wasted, I say wasted because I think it would be a waste. If I wasted a bunch of violent runes on her, then TOA hard is just going to get harder for me. So I think instead I need to work on some of my TOA hard units. The units that I need to work on being Mav, Spectra, Aria, and I think that's it. I have it written down here. And maybe Bella, because I keep neglecting her. So, and then also I don't have any Devilmon to put on Chasun. I know she can do fine without him, but it's mainly like the rune thing, so I don't think I'm going to build her anytime soon. Which could possibly be a mistake, but I don't think it is. Like, I'll have to see how things go after Free Rune Removal Day, especially like next week. I always like to play things week to week, keep my options open, and sometimes I change my mind and stuff like that. So for now, I don't plan on working on her, but we'll have to see what next week brings. I finished C1 again, and I have like a video that I can do. I recorded myself doing 7 wings during rush hour, and I haven't done the video yet because I wasn't sure like how to do it, what I should talk about and stuff. So it was like barely C1 though. I finished like, what was it? It was like, let me see. Oh, how do I? Okay. So previous week, rank 9,547. That's like barely not C1. So I was talking to one of my friends and he was suggesting that I try to go for Amir next and build like an actual arena offense, because my arena offenses now are not even really arena offenses. I'll show you guys my offenses. So here's one of my main offenses, here's the other one, and then here's the third one. I mainly just use those 3. Sometimes I'll put like lag in or something, but I really don't have an AO, so he was suggesting that I do that, and I was like, okay, that sounds kind of tempting, but maybe if I just keep doing what I'm doing every week to get C1, it'll be okay. So that's always an option, but it's not too appealing to me because I'm kind of looking at working on TOA hard and stuff, so that's something that I've been thinking about. I got a new best dragons time. I think it's like 221 or something. I don't have it. We can take a look at it after I do a run. So that was pretty cool. I've been using this team, and also, since I mentioned working on Spectra for TOA hard, he's also going to help me in dragons. So I think if I put some better runes on him, my dragons runs will be even better, just that slight bit better, and they'll be faster, which will be good. So the way I came up with this team I mentioned before is just trial and error. I do have a Veligul, and a lot of people would probably say, get that Spectra out of there, his AI sucks, put in Veligul. Well, I tried that, and my team failed, and it sucked. So bye-bye Veligul, Spectra's in here, he works a lot better, so that's how I do most of my team testing. So same for my Giants team, I just try different things and see which one works the best. Let's see what else. Also, the biggest news of last week, or yeah, I think so, they announced that there's going to be a new monster, and it's going to be a panda monster. If anyone knows where the panda lore comes from, I would be happy to know, because I played WoW and there were pandas in WoW, and that really pissed me off when they announced that the pandas were coming out. I was like, this game is just a joke now. We're playing a panda. Do you know what a panda actually is? It does nothing. Don't they just like eat eucalyptus and sleep all day? Like, what? A panda warrior? How does that make any sense, right? So I got mad at that, but I'm okay with it now because, I mean, I'd be happy to find out if it's like some part of like Chinese lore and it's like some like, oh, pandas are very sacred to us. Because I've heard that the Chinese like work really hard to keep pandas alive and stuff, like, because that species is like threatened or something, but they like work too hard at it. And like I hear all these things like, oh, pandas don't want to have sex with each other, they just want to like sleep or eat all day, and then people are like saying stuff like that. So I don't know the whole story, of course, like people can just kind of be biased and stuff, but I know there's like a lot of like ugly looking animals that people don't care about, like ugly little fishes and insects that no one cares about because they're ugly, and everyone just likes pandas because they're cute. Like, come on. So I want to know what's up with this panda. I'm going to try to keep it judgment free, because if I get mad, then I'll probably want to stop playing Summoner's War. So I'm just going to be like, cool, China, you can have your pandas, if it's just some modern sort of occurrence, the whole like panda craze. But it would be cool if there's like some like, I don't know, like historical like panda, like way back in time, pandas are blah blah blah. Then then it'd be cool. So if anyone knows, feel free to fill me in. I might do some research on my own. And then, so they announced that, and I'll probably put up a picture of what the ingredients are for it. The fusion is the fire panda, then there's also going to be the other pandas, but the fire one's the fusible one. It kind of looks good for Necro, but I don't plan on building it. If it turns out to be good, I'm going to let everyone else do the hard work, because I'm not really like a late game player, so I can't just be like, I'm going to fuse a panda right away. That'd probably be a bad decision, especially if the panda's bad. So my new fastest time was 2:21. Average time, I would say 3 minutes to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So that's that. So I can't really fuse a panda right away, so I'm just going to see what other people think about it and then figure out if I want to fuse it or not. And then I have some of the ingredients in storage. I think I have a fire succubus. The good thing about Arya is that her skill ups are fusible, so I could consider doing that, but I'm still not sure. I think she'll be okay without max skills, but I'll have to see in the future when I want to max skill her. I've been farming a lot of dragons because free rune removal day is coming up here in like a week and a half or so. So I want to have as many runes as possible before free rune removal day. One of the hardest things I've found is figuring out which runes to sell and keep. So I'm being I always show Soha. I don't like looking at her all the time. We'll show Mav. Okay, so you see I'm 424 out of 500. I always find it really hard to figure out which runes to sell and keep. So maybe I should do a mass selling. I might end up just waiting till after free rune removal day and then determining which ones to sell. That's the hardest thing that I'm kind of finding right now. I always struggle with different things, like not knowing what to do, and that's something that I've always saw. I know there's one player who puts out a rune guide videos. Maybe his name is Caranthir or something. I don't know how to pronounce it. I watched some of his videos, but not all of them, and I don't know how much they cover for every single level of player. So I don't know. I haven't really cared too much about figuring out which runes to sell and keep, but I should probably do that sooner or later. I've kind of been getting rid of most of the blue ones and looking for anything better than blue. But I don't know. I'm kind of just doing it as I go, I guess, because the quality of rune that I keep kind of could be, because okay, if you look at some of my best runes, right, let's just look at one of my best runes or something. That one's kind of bad, actually. So that one's still kind of bad. I don't know, I guess you kind of have to base which runes you keep off of what your current rune quality is. So I don't know, I'll have to figure that out later. I already said I'm on TOA Hard 70, and I'm going to use that same team, but I'm going to be trying either Spectra or Arya. I'm going to try Spectra first. Mav, his runes suck, so I need to fix him, and then Spectra. I'm probably going to keep Spectra on Swift, just because I have Swift runes. I'm considering building my Spectra, Violent with crit rate, because I heard there's a couple different ways you can build him. You can build him with crit rate in the 4th slot, you can do crit damage, so I don't really know which one to go with. And then I think the safest one is just to go for speed, HP, defense, accuracy, just that whole thing, build him fast and tanky. So I think that's the safest option, so I'm kind of leaning towards going with that, giving him pretty much the best Swift runes I have, aside from the ones that Galleon has and Bernard, and I think that's about it for my Swift users. Maybe I missed someone. Chilling, but I don't use him at all. So I think it's going to be swift, but I'm going to have to figure that out before free run removal day. And an important thing is, as I continue to move forward in the game, I guess, I would say progress, but I keep using that word, I'm kind of assessing where am I heading, what's going on. So since I farmed a bunch of giants, and as you guys have been following along, you've noticed that I sped up my Bernardin a lot because of how much I farmed giants. So I got some really fast runes on him, and I got a lot of other upgrades too. I managed to upgrade my Shannon a little bit, not too much, but some upgrades. So after I farmed a lot, I got a lot of work done, and then I pulled my Vertihile, so I moved into dragons finally. So now that I'm able to farm dragons successfully and quickly, I'm kind of, once you get to farming those runes, that opens up TOA hard, because all of the monsters that I mentioned, like Mav and Spectra, well, kind of Spectra, want violent runes. So since I'm back in dragons, I can start farming more of those violent runes, because everything basically wants violent. If you just look at my monsters, Theomar's violent, Colleen violent, she's for Necro, so I was also going to talk about how that opens up Necro too. So I think I'll be in dragons for a bit longer, and then every week I like to think, see how things are going, and kind of see where do I look like I'm headed, like what makes the most sense progression wise to progress the fastest. So I'm kind of letting things happen and stuff. So Colleen violent, Adrian, my Necro team too, and then Velajul violent, Vertihile violent, Mav violent, Bella violent, Vero violent, and then I don't really use any of those monsters. Chasoon violent, Thrain was the one that I missed for TOA hard. Thrain violent, very important for TOA hard. Arya despair, not violent though. Shihua, I'm pretty sure she wants violent. So in the other episode I pulled a Shihua, so I'm kind of thinking, okay, I saw a good summoning stone rotation, and I think I might switch up my Necro team. So I'm thinking Shihua, Adrian, Colleen, Hua for a slower, and then Bella. So 4 of those monsters are fire units, and if you notice, Shihua's leader skill, attack power for the fire attribute by 40%. That's pretty big. And then I talked to one of my friends too, the same guy that I was talking about. He's in my guild. He runs that exact same Necro team. So I'm leaning towards summoning for this Hua rotation down here. The Wind Nine-Tailed Foxes would be good for their fusion material. I don't remember what they're for, but they would also be good for Shihua skill ups. Oh, look, the Panda's there. So it's not, so let's see. Katarina and Sig. So it is for Katarina, so if I just summon one of those, it would be ready. I could use it for Shihua skill up or save it for Katarina. I don't actually know if Shihua needs skill ups or if they'd be good, because I don't know about her second skill. I'll show you guys in a second. So it's mainly for Hua and Orion. The other monster I was considering going for is Briand for TOA hard, but I think it will be fine if I go for Hua and Orion, because I think those monsters are really good. Okay, let's take a look at her second skill. So puts the enemy to sleep for 2 turns, and that's about it. So I'm kind of worried if I skill that one up, she might use it more than the others. I'm not exactly sure. I'm gonna have to figure that out, and I don't know, having the first one skilled up would be pretty good. I'm gonna have to figure out if she needs those skill ups before I finally decide if I'm gonna summon for that. So I had an Orion but foddered it, as you guys know, and I think Orion would be really good for PvP, but I don't know if I would build him immediately, so it might be kind of bad. Let's see. Where was he? Oh, awakened. He was unawakened. Right there. So you see, I had him, but I foddered him because he looked like a joke. I was like, oh, this is just one of those monsters that's probably not good because he looks weird. He looks like funny and he looks, kind of whatever. So he's gone. So I'm kind of thinking about that rotation mainly for the Hua, and I have quite a few skill ups that I can use for Hua too that I summoned on the last when I summoned for Chisun, I think. So I'm pretty sure I'm just going to keep one of those because I like to keep all Nat 4s. So I don't know, I'm thinking about that. That's an option, or I could just wait for Briand. I'm probably going to wait till the latest possible date. So I think if I do summon for it, I'm going to wait till to see all the rotations after it to see if Briand is coming up, and then I might be like, oh, I want to summon for Briand or something. We'll have to see. I also upgraded my crit damage building, and it just needs one more point to be fully upgraded. So, pretty close to the final level. And then after that, I haven't decided. I'll probably go into the Crystal Altar, Ancient Sword, or the Guardstone building. I think those are my 3 options. So I'll have to see what I do at that point after that. And the dice event, before that, I awakened a couple of my monsters last week. I already had a lot of the materials already, so I'm pretty sure I awakened Chisun, Arya, Tyron, and Shihua. I kind of just wanted to get it out of the way before I leveled them up, just because, kind of. I don't know if that's the best way. Maybe I should have leveled them up first. I just don't like waiting because, let's say, I wanted to use Shihua or something. I leveled her up, and then I have to, wait. I could, of course, just awaken her, while I'm leveling her up. I don't know. I just did it to get it out of the way. And then we have the dice event thing going on. I think this is the final event. So, I'm getting all of my dice every day. I haven't really gotten anything too good. I think I got 1 mystical and then 1 12-hour EXP boost. So that was pretty cool. And I'm just farming dragons to do the 30 PvE things. And then eventually I'll pop my 12-hour EXP boost. And I will probably level up Arya, I'm thinking. I'm going to level Arya up to level 35, but I haven't decided if I'm going to make another 6-star yet. I do have some fodder here, so I have 3 5-stars. I was gonna fodder Tion, but stupid me, I leveled him up to 5 stars before I went on the wiki to figure out how to actually get Tion. He's not farmable. I mean, he is if you make a new account, but he's not farmable in a secret dungeon, so I'm gonna save him just in case because he's so difficult to obtain. You have to get him through a light and dark scroll. Maybe we'll get another Tion today, and then I can just fodder this one. You have to get him through a light and dark scroll or, by beating Greedy for the first time in Arena. So he's pretty hard to get, so I'm going to keep him just in case anything funky happens with him. So I think that's that. And then I already talked about free rune removal day, kind of looking at working on Mav, Spectra, Arya, and maybe Bella. I really need to fix Bella eventually. So I think that's it for updates and stuff. Then next week, or this week, I'm just going to be finishing the dice event, farming dragons, and figuring out free rune removal day, starting to power up some runes, and probably do the optimizer thing, and work on TOA hard 70. That's just my goal right now. Probably getting TOA hard 70 on farm every single month. I have the 2 videos for 50 and 60 on my channel, and that's about it. So we'll have to see where things take me. Hopefully TOA hard 70 because it's really close. Then I'll see 80 or Necro, whatever. We'll play things week by week to see how things go. So that's it for the episode. Let's get into the summons. Well, that's not it. We have to do the summons first. So let's start with the mysticals, I think, and then we'll do the light and darks. Here we go. There was one monster I needed, but I forgot. Hua, maybe. Come on, lightning. Give us one, please. Oh boy. Oh, what is that? No. I don't think that one's any good. Okay, well, too bad, I guess. Okay, so just one lightning and it was like kind of a bad monster. Okay, light and dark scrolls. Let's go! Oh my god, no! The second Bella I've gotten from a light and dark scroll. That's fine. I've never gotten a lightning on one of these yet. Another Glenodon, that's like my third Glenodon from light and dark scrolls. Okay, that's okay. That's kind of just how things go. Don't need to be too mad about it. Just keep playing the game, because runes are more important than monsters, unless we're talking about late game PvP, and even then you still need really good runes, so that's okay. So, summons sucked, but I'm sorry guys. I tried. So, that's it. I will catch you guys next week, and I might have another video that I'm putting out soon with some fun math stuff. We'll have to see. So, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you guys next week.